Hello everyone, today we're going to learn how to add a professional and attractive glass effect to our images in just a few simple steps. This technique is not only very fun but can also give our designs a new dimension. So if you're ready, let's get started with a great energy. Thank you for choosing to watch this video. I'm Mary from Reusable channel, where we follow easy and practical Photoshop tutorials together. Please subscribe to our channel and stay with us. So to start, we'll create our own glass texture. From the file menu, create a new document with a width of 480 pixels and a height of 480 pixels. Now select the shape tool and choose the rectangle tool. So click on the canvas to open the dialog box. So set the width to 60 and the height to 480 and confirm. So we now have a rectangle that we place exactly in the corner of the work and stick it to the edge. Set the color to default black and white. Double click on the empty layer and choose gradient overlay. Here we need a basic Photoshop gradient. So black and white is the colors we pick. Set the blending mode to normal, the start to linear, and the angle to 0. Adjust the scale to 100 for a suitable gradient. We have to have something looking similar to what I have right here. 100 can be a great amount. We select OK, and so now from this rectangle with Control and J, we can get a copy and bring it exactly, stick it next to the other shape, just like this. And one more time, we can carry on the same thing, or with Control and T, or with Alt and drag. Doesn't make any difference. So I'm going to carry on doing this until my shape is filled with these shapes. We just drag this up a little, so it looks fantastic. Now we have created our very own glass effect right here. So in this step, we need to save it. File, save as, and I'm going to name it text right here. Save, and that's it. So we come back to our photo right here, and I'm going to double click on the lock of the background, so I unlock it. It gives me this message, so I just select OK. And now our background is turned into one layer. So we right click and convert it to smart object, just like this. So we get a duplicate with Control and J, so we have two. I'm going to name this layer background and name the second layer as well effects. So it's perfect. Now we want to apply our glass effect to our effects layer. So what we need to do, we first need to select the layer. So we come to the filter menu and come to the filter gallery menu. In the window which appears right here, from the distort group, we select glass right here, and now in this section right here, we have Photoshop's own glass effect, which is added for us in default. So now I want to insert the texture which we created together. So we click here, select load textures, and I'm going to exactly select the texture which we created together. I'm going to enter the group, select it, click open, and now you can see that our texture is changed to the texture we created. So we're witness of our glass effect, as beautiful as you can see. So from the top amount, distortion is the amount of your glass effect. When it's on 20, it's on the most amount, which is very sharp on our photo. And the smoothness is the softness and smoothness of our glass effect, which can be very better when we can use it and we don't have them sharp corners and sharp edges. This is the effect it has. So the next part is the scale group, which gives a scale to our glass effect. And you can set it on any size you want, which the effect is obvious. So we have also an option called invert right here, which when we click on it, our glass effect would be in reverse. And that black and white gradient would be in invert, which it can be very useful sometimes, and show your photo in a different way sometimes, which it can be very interesting. So just check out the difference it has right here. So I've almost set it my adjustments on my glass effect perfect right here. So we click OK, and you can see how beautiful our glass effect is applied to our photo right here. So now I want to, if you just pay a bit of attention, we have a noise on our photo, which this noise makes our glass effect not show as much as realistic it should, because glass makes the photos look a little blurry, and that blur should be on our image to look much more realistic. So we select filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and we set an amount about number 2. Depending on your photo, 2 pixels can be perfect. So now you can see that our photo is blurry. We don't want this to happen. We just want our photo to be blurry, not our text. So we just need to drag this underneath this layer. So the order of the blur can change. Now you see that we have a blur on our photo, but our effect is not blurry, which the huge effect it has is obvious on this part right here, which I think is perfect. Also, now you can set the amount with a double click on the filter, come back to this window, and for instance set the amount to 1.5, which you're completely free. So we was a witness of a fantastic and attractive glass effect. Now we're going to see how we can just apply the glass to one area of the photo, for instance half of the face or one particular shape. So I'm going to click on the background, and I'm going to select a shape right here, drag it on my photo, create a shape right here. Let me just switch off the glass effect. So this is my shape right here. I want my effect to just be applied on this area, so I'm going to name this group shape, and now I'm going to just group this shape layer with Control and G. So we've created a group. I'm going to tell you soon why we made it into one group. So now I'm going to switch on my glass group and right click and create clipping mask. And as you see, the glass effect is just added to group number 1 and on its area. So you can see I'm sorry, how I'm moving this beautiful glass effect on my photo, and you can see how fun and great it is. So we can level up a bit more, go to a next level. So I can just increase the brightness of this part right here, which it happens in the glass reflex and in the realistic world. So I'm going to add a brightness contrast. We right click right here, and I'm going to make sure I create a clipping mask. So it's just applied to this layer. So I'm going to increase the brightness just like this. If you set the number to a number about 15 or 20, it can be very interesting and professional. So also I want the corners and edges of my glass texture to have a glossy and shiny effect. So I'm going to select Vivian Emboss. So I set the amounts on default. We switch off the tick from right here, and you can see this light which is created right here. I can put my shadow on 0, and also I can change the angle of my shadow. Also, I can resize it. I want to create something very delicate right here. So we select the highlight mode to dodge, and you can see what a attractive effect is created right here. honestly, the effect is obvious, which can be a very interesting effect if you try using it. Also, you can customize the angle. Also, if you want light coming from both sides, you can put the shadow mode on dodge and set the color to white, and also enter this edge to the game as well and have a great effect. So we said okay. The next important technique I want to tell you is that when we create one group, we can add a few shapes, and our effect can be applied to a few shapes. For instance, if I add one more shape right here, for instance a circle right here, if I create, you can see now that my effect is applying to two shapes because it's getting added to the group. So we can play games like this as well and get some fantastic results and edit our shape in any level of the design you are. And one more very important point is that you can add it to a text as well. For instance, in the text group, I'm going to create one character like X. You can see how interesting and professional it can be, and these are the other fantastic things we can do. So also, if you would like, you can create some more glass effects. For instance, if I come back to the first texture file which I created at the beginning of the video, we can select all of the glass gradients. I want to have a small edit. We convert it to smart object. If I rotate it to this way or left or right, doesn't make any difference, and save as the file, I'm going to name it texture number 2. It means we created another texture. So now in the effect, I'm going to double click on the filter gallery, and if we change the texture, load texture number 2, we see that our glass texture is getting applied just like this, which it can be so interesting. We can create so many different glass effects for ourselves in any shape you want, which you can get to some different adjustments. There's no correct or there's no wrong. You can just play around so much with these effects to get to any result you want. So I'm going to create one more. We press Ctrl J and set the mode to screen. And now I'm going to rotate with Ctrl T just like this. And now we've created one more fantastic glass effect. So save as, and we name it texture number 3 this time. So we come back to this window right here, double click on the gallery and load texture number 3. And here we go. Just see how fantastic and beautiful we was able to create this super attractive texture, which it can be very, very interesting. So it's perfect, and honestly, I'm so happy with the results. So I'm going to finish the tutorial video right here, but before, I'm going to tell you one very, very important point. Why did we create this layer for the background? So if we double click on this background layer, we have our original photo right here. So I can replace my photo easily with any other photo I want, and the glass effects will be added to my new photo. For instance, I'll replace this image right here, and if I close the window and click save, you would see that our glass effect is added to the same way that we arranged it, and we have our glass effect right here on our replaced image, which you can replace your photos and use this effect and have so much fun. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you're happy with me for this tutorial video. I hope I see you one more time, and take care till one more video.